That's the end of task 3. Now look at tasks 4 to 6 and the data file. You will have 4 minutes to read tasks 4 to 6 and study the data file before you do the tasks. Now turn to page 1 of the data file and look at the memo from Mrs. Yip. Listen to the recording of a meeting you had with Mrs. Yip and Winnie Lowe. Make notes on the memo as you listen. You now have 20 seconds to look at the memo.
Hello, Andy. Come in. You know Winnie, the editor of the school newspaper, don't you?
Yes. Hi, Winnie.
Hi. As you asked for some more help with the article, I thought I'd get Winnie to join us. I'm sure she'll have some good ideas.
Yes, I could use some professional advice.
OK. Did you bring my memo with you?
Yes, I did.
Good. Then we can go through it together. Now, if we look at paragraph 1, I've said that you should start with a question.
Yes, I'm not sure what kind of question you had in mind.
Well, you could ask students if they think the student council elections are important, or something like that.
Oh, I see. OK, let me write that in. Do you think elections are important? Got it?
We often start our articles with a question in the school magazine. It helps attract the reader's interest.
I see.
You could then answer the question by saying that many students do not.
Huh?
Yes, the survey showed that many students don't think elections are important.
Oh, I see. I'll write many students don't. Is this leading up to talking about past elections?
Yes, that's right. There was a poor turnout last year, and I want you to highlight this in your article.
OK. So, after the question and answer you want me to, mention that many students were not interested in past elections.
Yes, and give them the figures for how many students voted last year.
Right. I've got those figures somewhere. OK, which of the survey results should I include?
It's important to say how students rated the student council.
Yes, and I think you could add why students voted for particular candidates. That was quite surprising too.
Yes, it was. So, I should state how students rated the student council and why students voted for candidates. Right, is that about it for paragraph 1?
I think that's enough. Winnie?
Yes, definitely.
For paragraph 2. I want you to write about the student council. I think many of our students don't even know what the council does.
All right. Should I mention the student council's responsibilities?
Yes, that's good. Talk about their role and their activities too.
OK. Role, responsibilities, and activities.
Let's move on to the final paragraph.
Sorry, Mrs. Yip. I haven't quite written all that down yet. OK. All done.
OK, the last paragraph. As you can see on the memo, paragraph 3 is about the elections. I think you need to emphasize just how important the elections are.
You should say when they will take place first.
Yes, that's right. Put the dates first. But don't forget to talk about the importance of the elections, Andy.
Right. Just give me a second to get that down. Okay. I'm also unsure about how to encourage the students to vote. What do you mean exactly by persuasive language?
Well, you could say something about how the elections are their chance to change the school.
Oh, yes. I like that.
Okay.
And also, tell them to vote.
Tell them to vote. Okay. Just let me make sure I've got all that down. Right. Yes, I think that's correct.
Let me see. Yes, that all looks correct. Winnie?
Yep, looks fine to me.
Shall we move on to the speech then?
Oh, yes.
Now, Andy, after the greeting and introduction, I want you to talk about what the Student Council has achieved in the past year.
Okay.
Did they have a good year? And what did they achieve? These are the two questions you need to address.
Right. Did they have a good year? And what was achieved? Got it. Now, how about the ending?
You can emphasize how the Student Council can work to improve our school.
Yes, I think it's important to remind students of how the Student Council works to improve the school.
Okay, I'll note that down.
And when you talk about the students' role in the elections, say that students have a responsibility to choose the best people.
Yes, so that the council can continue to improve the school next year.
Right. Students must make sure the best people are elected.
I think that's a very good point to make.
What was the other point?
So the council can continue to improve the school next year.
Okay, got all that.
Is that everything then?
I think so. Thanks very much for your help, Mrs. Yip. Oh, and Winnie too, of course.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
This is the end of the listening component of the test. Put down your pencil. You will have 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete the writing tasks. An announcement will be made when the time is up.